What's going on, gamers? It's your boy Daily Tactics here, and today we have another long boy Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator 2 battle with 9 million zombies and 300 modern super soldiers from SEAL Team 6 holding the fortress compound here. So these 300 super soldiers are going to be defending the compound. 2 of them are on assault mode, so they're going to try and counterattack the zombies down the mountain, and then 1 unit of them is on hold defense mode as a last stand sort of measure, and that's these guys in the corner over here who have a small amount of zombies they got to deal with at the very beginning. But it's going to be a challenge. 300 versus 9 million. I don't like those odds, but we're going to see what happens. So if you guys enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you'd like to see some more. Let's get into it. What's up, gamers? I'm here to tell you about Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an amazing place where you can get some fire deals on all sorts of video games. Seriously, it's like 60 to 95% off, as you can see here. These are all of the Star Wars titles they have. They literally have every Star Wars title. You can also get XCOM here, Men of War Assault Squad 2, all of the games I play on the channel you can buy here for extremely cheap prices. If you use my affiliate link in the description, it helps me out a ton. So thank you guys for listening to this sponsorship, and thank you to Instant Gaming for continuing to sponsor the channel. Alright boys, let's get it! And the modern soldiers start off with their super soldier speed. Oh shoot, these are the ones who are hold move mode. I put the wrong dudes at the wrong place. Okay, these guys are holding move over here while these guys are moving out. Alright, well, that's something. My bad. My B. Either way, these super soldiers should be doing some work. Okay, good. These guys are going to come over here and help out these guys on hold move mode. Hopefully move down this way and attack towards the bottom base over here while their allies go over that way. Although there's a much smaller contingency of modern soldiers over here, modern super soldiers that is, so this might be a little bit trickier for these guys over this way. Now they do have about, I think it's 10,000 health apiece, so it'll take a number of zombie hits to actually kill them, and as you can see, their fire rate is a lot higher, so they're more like machine guns versus the 3-round bursts that we have on your typical modern soldier. That's how I sort of adjusted the stats and things like that. And we can see the zombies are still getting hits on them, and that's going to be the major problem here is, you know, the zombies are strong enough in numbers that they can get to the modern soldiers, get a few hits out on them, and things like that. And so it's going to be a slow build-up over time, and eventually we might see the modern soldiers end up going down here. Checking in on the other mountain path over this way, they've already made it all the way down here. Hey, props to these guys, and they are keeping the zombies a little bit better at bay over here, which is definitely going to be a good thing for them. I think what the modern soldiers really want is to be in an area like this where they have a lot of wiggle room to put the zombies at some sort of a distance between them. They want to be able to fire at as many zombies as possible at once and keep them from just full-on destroying them with their numbers. And I think that this area is probably a good area to do that, because these zombies will eventually be extinguished. They'll all die, and then these guys can't make it up here. This is too steep for them to make it up here. So once these guys that spawned here die, these modern soldiers will be good over here, and then they can fully concentrate over on this area over here, and it's a very long stretch down this way, as you can see, which is perfect for their kind of defense that I think they're going to be looking for. So that'll be beautiful. All right, going back to the other mountainside area, which is over here. Okay, these guys are actually doing pretty decently themselves now, and they have a long stretch here that they can go with. You'll love to see that. That is beautiful right there. And so they're going to also be able to get some decent damage off on a lot of zombies here, and hopefully keep these zombies at bay for a decent amount of time and, you know, survive. Just looking at them, the more bloody they are, by the way, the more damage the modern soldiers have taken. So you can see none of them are like drenched or anything like that, but most of them have a couple of bloody spots on them and things like that. There's a common misconception that people think that that comes from actually the sort of damage done to entities nearby those units, but it's actually the entities themselves. So that's sort of how you can calculate how much health they have left with any given unit or something like that. Something else I wanted to point out real quick is you'll see that we do have the experimental water mod on, and so we do have a little bit of quote-unquote YouTube algorithm water down here pooling up, and the last time we did a big battle on this mountainside with the experimental water on, a whole lot of boys at those bottom basins there did end up dying. It amounted to be a few 100,000 dying from down there from just that pooling up and then drowning them from that. So it could be that we're going to be seeing another pretty mass extinction event there from drowning at the bottom, which could be very, very good for sure. And in fact, we're somehow already down to 8 million zombies. I think that actually a number of those deaths were from A, falling off the cliff as the battle started, and B, well, something happens when you have 10 million-ish zombies on the battlefield. When they all get squeezed together like this, it's entity cramming, and so a bunch of them end up dying just from like suffocating amongst each other, kind of like that. So I think that is also what happened. Either way, it does look like we have, oh wait, how many? Oh man, 264 now. 262. What? 260? How? Wait. Why are the modern soldier numbers going down so hard? But the zombies aren't getting kills for it. What the heck? Oh, look over here. There are tons of modern soldiers dying over here. Wait, how? I think it was a glitch. I think a glitch killed like 70 modern soldiers over this way. They were trying to climb up these rocks and then somehow glitched and died. Oh, that's really bad. Like 70 modern soldiers have died now from glitches, and only 4 have died from the actual zombies. Oh my god. Well, if they get more glitches like that in the future of this battle, then we're going to be looking at some pretty gnarly and bad times here for these super soldiers. That is going to be a disaster. That glitch could have single-handedly lost them this battle just by astronomical numbers. They just lost there in that one tiny little area. That is absolutely absurd. We're going back over to this side yet again to just check in, and it seems like very few modern soldiers are even over here, which is not fantastic. Yeah, so it seems like they kind of split off, and half, well, way more than half went this way, and then a bundle went this way, and not many went this way. So these guys are still cruising on through, but you can see a lot of them are very bloodied, and they're having some difficulty actually destroying a lot of these zombies over in this area here. So that's certainly not good for these super soldiers right now. They are getting fairly clobbered by a large number of zombies coming this way. So this front is not looking too good, and that was a very easily preventable measure there. They just needed to send an even number of soldiers to both halves of the battlefield, and I think they would have been good, but they did not do that. We've got a number more modern soldiers over here just sort of firing down, doing some sniping against these zombies over this way, and we did have another modern soldier die to the zombies. We now have 5 dead modern soldiers due to zombies themselves. Of course, we have about 70 total dead modern soldiers because of that stupid glitch, but it is what it is, dude. Alright, why don't we go ahead and do our first real time-lapse of this battle. We're going to do a time-lapse, I think, of these modern soldiers fighting these zombies here. And it'll be interesting to see, how far down the mountain they'll actually come. So let's run this time-lapse. Okay, so at this point there are 400,000 dead zombies and only 7 dead super soldiers at the hands of zombies. Of course, we had those 70-odd soldiers who died previously, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So these super soldiers have moved very, very far down the mountain. Extraordinarily far. Which, you know, takes them away from base camp for sure. That's a smidge troublesome, a smidge worrying. But, you know, they can make it back up there. Now, I do like this situation over here. These guys did manage to make it down here, and we know from the last battle that this area is actually like a prime zone to hold out for ranged units against zombies. Like, this is a really, really great area. But again, there's only like 20 or so soldiers over here. If they committed a far larger force over here, I think we would be, well, I would be certainly a little bit more optimistic, but it is a very, very small force over this way fighting against a mountain of zombies. What do you know? So this does have me at least slightly worried here that the zombies will eventually overrun these gamers right here and take them all out. We'll just have to wait and see. So we do still have 228 modern soldiers left alive and 7.45 million zombies left alive. We're gonna let it run for a little bit and we'll check back in and see what's going down. But I am noticing a lot of these soldiers are taking a bit of a beating right now. Like, well, this guy's got 15k health left. This guy's got 15k. Okay. These guys are at like a fourth, or they've lost about a fourth of their health, which is not too bad. That's not too bad, actually. So hopefully they can keep it up, not die too much, and we'll see what happens. Let's let it roll for a bit here. All right, so I let this ride for another 20 or 30 minutes here, and the modern soldiers actually are doing very well. They've lost 9 soldiers now to the zombies, but they just passed 1 million zombies killed, so they're actually looking to be on track for this thing to get the dubski. So these guys here are defending on the top of this mountainside right there, and then on the other side, let's see where these guys ended up. They're just about in the same spot, and like I said, I think this is the perfect spot to be. So if they can hold this for a very, very long time, that would be very Gucci, very much so. And I feel like there should be more. Oh, there are more soldiers down this way. I forgot about this avenue here. Yeah, a bunch more soldiers over here too, and they've just been slowly making their way down over here, which is absolutely crazy. Just how far they've made it down that entire like causeway sort of thing right there. Yeah, I mean, soldiers everywhere have made it pretty far. Are there still a few guys sniping over here? No, not really. Okay, those guys moved down the mountain, I suppose. Yeah, this is absolutely nuts. And don't forget, we've still got another 100 soldiers defending at the very top. So this is looking solid. We'll let this run for a little while. All right, we've lost 28 super soldiers now. It's been about an hour since the last update, but they are at 2 million kills. Now, I think I'm going to go ahead and let this video run overnight here because it's going to take a very, very long time. So I will be back in the morning to see what ends up going down with the rest of this battle. I'm curious if all the bottom soldiers are going to die and it's going to be a last stand of these guys up here, or what's going to happen. Really, really curious. Either way, guys, without further ado, why don't we go ahead and let this thing run, and I'll see y'all in 2 seconds with what we come back to. Alright, gamers, it is now the next day, and it seems as though the zombies ended up losing big time, but they did make it to the top here. So all of the modern soldiers presumably died down below. You know, that was kind of expected, I guess, when we were saying goodbye last night that they would end up dying, but it did happen. So all these zombie piles are, you know, from those last stands of those modern soldiers who were oh so very brave, but they ended up going down. Then up top, we got 97 modern super soldiers left alive. So that means 3 of them did end up dying to zombies. It doesn't look like too many zombies were left to attack them. Maybe this is like a pile of, I don't know, I'd say like 1 million. So they didn't have too bad of a time, I would say, fighting up here. So that's not bad at all. I mean, yes, it is a body pile. Oh, a couple more zombies trickling in there. Yeah, there's still 13,000 zombies left. Yeah, there's one. I'm assuming they're stuck somewhere and like trickling in bit by bit, but Even so, 13,000 zombies is not enough, clearly, to kill these super soldiers right here, who are absolute beasts of the game, baby! Yeah! So, we just saw a very, very impressive defense by these modern soldiers. I like the idea that they can sort of move throughout the entirety of the map and fight in different areas and stuff like that. I always think that's very cool when we do these battles, so maybe we'll do more of that in the future. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please be sure to hit that like button if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. We're trying to hit 500K. And comment down below if you'd like to see some more in the future. See you on the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content. And hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.